happy day. So this will be something a little different. I don't know what I'm going to call this reading. It's a reading, so remember to take it as it resonates. But this is going to be more like my personal readings. We're going to pray. We're going to ground. We're going to do all the things. So I don't know. If you're not a patient person, you don't come for the vibes, you don't want like some real raw shit, this ain't the reading for you, boo. But go watch your Messy Monday or your Mercury retrograde reading. Anyway, let's go ahead and cleanse the space, y'all. I do this in all of my personal readings. You can book a personal reading by clicking the link in bio or description box. But in all of the personal readings, we have to cleanse the space. We gotta pray. We have to ask for protection and all the things. So let's do that. Let's actually see if we can find a better lighter. I don't know where my lighter went. I told y'all we are being patient today. Enjoying the vibes. So next we're gonna go straight into the grounding portion of the reading. We're gonna take 3 deep breaths in through the nose. I want you to close your eyes while we do that portion of the deep breathing exercise. It's kind of like a visualization. It's meant to allow you to focus, right? To focus on being present, on allowing your intuition to take over. Yes, all the hippy dippy things. I don't care. I'm very much into the sacred way of like reading things. And if we're not breathing, we're not meditating, we're not taking those moments. But while your eyes are closed, on the inhales, you want to envision like holy white light, twinkly light, glittery lights, if that is what feels holy to you, doesn't matter. And you want to hold it here. We want to engage our root and sacral chakra. We're going to sit up straight and all the good things. And while you're holding that breath, you want to just start collecting all the things that you need to release in the moment. Fear, doubt, frustration, whatever it is. And on the exhale, you want to envision something that looks kind of similar to incense smoke. Very smutty, very gray, very just like grungy, and just let it go out. And when you release those things, as you do this deep breathing exercise, I do it a lot. While I'm cooking, if I'm flustered in between readings, even usually off camera, like while I'm recording your readings, this happens still. The prayer happens, everything happens. And release anything that's gonna block you from being present, from being here in this moment. And then we'll roll straight into our prayer. Let's pause the music. Angels, ancestors, higher source of light, I come before you here today to do a reading for the collective. Spirit, I ask that you keep myself and each and every one of the viewers that watch this video safe, grounded, and protected as we lift the veil between the two realms. I ask that you speak through me by way of these cards, guide my tongue, guide my spirit, guide my heart for the duration of this reading. to ensure that those that are watching, are listening, they're receiving at least one piece of advice and guidance that they need, that they can take to empower their lives to move forward. Bless us all with the ability to discern between our intuition, what's right, what's wrong, and what's best for us, as we each strive to reach our highest goals to the harm of none. These things we pray. Ashe and amen. So y'all, if you book a personal reading, and again, remember the link is in bio or description box. After that experience, like what I see, feel, and have to say after the prayer and the grounding is different for everybody. But this particular time, it was like we were in a canoe and just flowing forward, and not just like a regular modern canoe, but this is kind of like an older, one of those curved ones. When you think of like Pocahontas and the Native Americans, things of like that, one of those canoes. And while we were rolling along this river, stream, lake, whatever it was, suddenly it split into two paths. And the feeling of concern about deciding which path to embark upon felt heavy, but almost as if it was so heavy that we disassociated from the heaviness of it all. Looking at it from the outside, and watching this decision need to be made, but not quite being a part of it. And so the channel message that I have to give to you all, and again, remember to take everything as it resonates. If this was your personal reading, we would have prayed for you and your personal situations and circumstances and caught on your team. But take the general energy for what it is and do with it as you please. Embrace the journey and make sure that you're making decisions for your life. A lot of you may presently be thinking about what life is going to be like for you in 2025, and there may be multiple paths that you could take and you're not quite sure. Whatever decision you make, it needs to be one that you make with pure joy. Okay. Destin Conrad in the Air is playing in the background, and I knew it was him. I got pneumonia, y'all, and this ear is still bothering me, so I can't hear much, but I knew I could hear him. And as soon as I looked, I heard, "I don't want to see you no more." Someone is contemplating leaving, and that could be part of what's up in the air. That could be part of the decisions that you're choosing to take on the journey here moving forward. But whatever decision you make it with glee. So again, here's this element of the journey forward, right? With the Chariot and the Strength card being present, there's something here that you really are contemplating on progressing forward into, or where you may have already taken this journey here. But this kind of feels a little new with the Page of Cups being present here at the bottom of the deck. There's a lot of stress and anxiety about the unknowns, a lot of stress and anxiety about just the thoughts that you're having day to day on maybe what it takes for you to continue to move forward, or again, the panic that rests there with the choices that you have to make. For some of you, this is really going to, you feel, impact your finances in some way. You may be thinking of how you could work toward building on a fortune, how you can invest the money that you currently are receiving to make it bigger and better for yourself. Some of you are really struggling with the idea, the concept of opening some sort of business here. Take it as it resonates. Don't let the fear of not quite knowing how you'll get to your end goal complicate the journey. And even now, Shine by Cleo's Soul is playing in the background, and the entire song is just about allowing yourself to do the things, to go after the job that you want to. For some of you, You're contemplating moving away from your hometown, even with the Chariot and the Strength card being present here. Really choosing to set out and do something different for yourself. You don't need to know how every step of the journey is going to go. There are going to be some moments where you're stressed. There are going to be some moments where you are feeling like you've been blessed beyond measures, like you're walking on sunshine even, but there also have to be some low moments to balance out the equilibrium of life, you know? And I think that it's more important for you to know at this time, friends, that you already have the ambition to do it. You already have had the idea to do it. You already have the feeling that you should go after it. And so there's nothing left for you to do at that point but choose to work through your fears, you know? And as a certified life coach, I feel that one of the most common things that people struggle with, and sometimes it's just a matter of redirecting their attention to it to get them to be like, oh, fuck yeah, you're right. Okay, cool. And then they move on. But others, like, it's a fight. It's a fight. And it's an understanding that sometimes you build up a lifetime, and like for someone watching this reading right now, this is sincerely about, it's a matter of building an empire. You understand what I'm saying? This is bigger than just a job or wanting to move to New York City or wanting to travel abroad or wanting to like level up in your career. This is about legacy wealth, generational wealth, like some billion-dollar baby shit. Sometimes you build up and then you decide that that project could have been executed differently. And you got to figure out what you're going to do with the remains. Some people walk away from them. You might sell it to someone else, like whatever that looks like for you. But it's okay to decide to revamp the plan and even to change the blueprint. And knowing as well that as we grow, we have to leave behind things. And for some of us, that can quite literally feel like a tower moment. But the tower moment is nothing but the collapse of what they thought was going to allow them to build a tower to heaven. And then you rebuild. You carry on. Like, if you survive, you have to move on. So don't waste your time being stuck in the fear or the worry or the frustration or even the fucking disappointment about having to find a different way to... What spirit said that sounds weird. To embark upon your purpose. Someone needs to read the book, The Alchemist. And if you haven't, I give this one quite often as homework for my tarot clients, for my life coaching clients, even for people that consult with me for their businesses. Like, I throw some life coaching in there too, because polish up. But the book, The Alchemist. The book, The Alchemist, and it is a story of a boy and his journey to embark upon his treasure. This is what this reading gives, for sure. I feel like you got ambitions and things of that nature. Someone also needs to stop measuring how slowly they feel something is going. The build-up is slow. It is slow. And like I said, the boss ass, like I said, I talked about that billion dollar business shit, like, and it just continues to ramp up. Some of you, this is the final disaster that you're going to experience for some time to come here. And I feel that 2025 is going to be the year that you finally get to take the crown and embrace you actually rocking that shit. for some of you, you're going to be meeting your divine counterpart here soon as well, or you may already be in connection with this individual. And for those of you where like the way that the reading resonates is not about business, but from a love perspective, you may be heartbroken about some relationship that did not work, but do know that you are going to continue to move forward, and you will encounter upon possibly immediately next the person that is your proper counterpart. Like I said, I definitely did feel that fear that just came out here, almost like a panic. And like I said, for some of you, it may not even necessarily feel like fear in the traditional sense. You just like, okay. For me, I think every reading could resonate for everyone in some shape, form, or fashion. It depends on the quality of the reading and the guidance that's being given. You understand what I'm saying? But general enough in nature, yes. And like for me, the way that this would resonate for me, I have my own personal decision that I am trying to make. Billion-dollar empire shit. But I have a big decision to make, and I have to make it like yesterday, like 2 months ago. And I'm still going through the motions, like still getting shit done. But I have disassociated from it, where I'm just like, all right, I'm going with the flow. I'm here, but I'm also looking, like watching myself. I reflect a lot on what I do and pay attention to like what I'm doing, what I'm thinking, what my actions are telling me, what my thoughts are telling me. Like you gotta be present. You gotta stay focused on your shit. And if you're not watching yourself, you're not living life right. And so I'm very reflective. I am. But a part of me, it's just like, what the fuck are you doing? Don't let fear catch you up, y'all. It's just the decision. You make a decision and you decide later on how you feel about the decision you made. And if you like it, you keep moving forward with it. And if you don't. So the twin flame card came out. I hope that that's not who you are going to be encountering here. And even looking at that, for those of you where this divine counterpart, because the twin flame is a divine counterpart, that you're going to be connecting with could very well be a twin flame. It may very well result in the production of a child or the birth of many children. Not for everybody. Take it as it resonates. But that won't be forever. You never know. And if this were a personal reading now, because we are vibing so hard, I would extend the reading a little bit. Link in bio. Pay attention. Definitely do pay attention to the decisions that you're making, to what's happening, to how you're feeling, all the things here. Pay attention to positive actions, pay attention to angel numbers, like, and even teaching my kids, because, you know, with parents, my husband and I both, who are life coaches, and you're homeschooled, and then I do all of this shit too. Like, there's lots of things to teach them. And so, like, angel numbers. And my 9-year-old, sometimes he'll just stare at the clock and be waiting for it to roll up to the angel number. And like I told him, you'll know if a number is, if you're drawn to it, because you'll feel very drawn to it. It's going to stick out to you like a sore thumb. So you don't put yourself into like a state of psychosis, friend. Don't go crazy with the angel numbers, but definitely do pay attention to the signs and symbolisms. Like if you're frequently seeing crows or roses or the number 222, alignment, messages from the other worlds, you know, growth and transformation. But definitely do look into those things and see what they mean. Flourish. It definitely is time for you all to flourish. Like I said, to me, this reading, release and surrender, but also know that you have the ability to choose, okay? There's the child card. I told y'all someone's going to be meeting their divine counterpart. Some people get married and have kids. Some people have kids. Some people just get married. But, you know, I see that in the cards for you all if you're interested. However that resonates for you. Approach everything from a place of purity. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying you can't have backup plans and contingencies and things of that nature here. But definitely don't delay making decisions on things, especially like those of you, the business shit. I'm telling you, get your shit off. Relocating. Be real mindful about having kids. Love mine to death. That's why they're always in my presence. But they scream. Y'all hear that one out there. Again, link in bio. You can book a life coaching session, get your career revamped, get your business hooked up, get a reading done, send me a tip, all the things. Like the video, subscribe. 8888, personal power. I love that so much. In 1122, great shift. Watch your readings for your sun, moon, and rising. If you don't know your sun, moon, and rising, you can also hit the link in bio or description box. Get your natal chart done. That's what I got, y'all. If you like this, let me know. Give me suggestions for topics. We'll do this every now and again.